This situation is less about Marina Mabrey and more about the new fan culture around Caitlin Clark. Since Clark entered the WNBA, the league has experienced a major shift in attention, engagement, and emotional intensity. Her fan base is larger, more vocal, and more connected through social media than anything the league had seen before. So when Mabrey addressed the 2025 incident and admitted she went too far, the reaction was immediate and strong. What we are seeing now is the collision between traditional WNBA culture and a new mainstream sports environment. In the past, controversial moments often stayed within league circles. Today, every play, every comment, and every apology becomes part of a national conversation. Fans analyze video, revisit moments, and shape narratives in real time. This is not unique to women's basketball. The NBA, NFL, and global soccer all experienced similar shifts when their audiences expanded. Increased visibility brings stronger opinions and faster reactions. Clark has accelerated this transition in the WNBA faster than expected. The key point is that this is a sign of growth. Emotional investment means people care. Debate, criticism, and even backlash are part of building a passionate fan base. The rise of Caitlin Clark's fan base is changing how narratives are created in the WNBA. In previous eras, the league's storylines were driven mostly by traditional media and internal networks. Now, digital communities play a much larger role. Clark's supporters are highly active across social platforms, video analysis, and sports commentary spaces. They react quickly, share clips, and amplify moments that align with their perspective. This creates a new dynamic. Players are not only competing on the court, but also in the public perception space. A single incident can shape reputations for months. Mabrey's apology did not exist in isolation. It entered an environment where fans had already formed strong opinions. That makes it much harder to shift narratives later. At the same time, this visibility increases accountability. Athletes know that their actions are being evaluated from multiple angles. In the long run, this can elevate professionalism and awareness. It also pushes the league to improve officiating transparency, communication, and consistency in rules enforcement. For the WNBA, this is a critical moment. The league is moving towards a model where engagement, storytelling, and emotional connection drive growth. Clark has accelerated this transformation. She is not only bringing new viewers, but also changing how those viewers interact with the sport. This environment is also creating a new level of psychological pressure for players. Every game against Caitlin Clark now carries a different weight. Opponents know that performances, interactions, and even body language will be analyzed by millions of viewers. This can raise intensity and competitiveness, but it can also increase emotional reactions in high-pressure moments. The 2025 incident is an example of how frustration, crowd energy, and media attention can combine in ways that players were not used to earlier in their careers. This pressure is similar to what happens in major global sports. When a league produces a breakout star, the spotlight expands quickly. Some players thrive in that environment, while others struggle to adjust. The key challenge is maintaining competitive balance while managing the emotional impact of increased visibility. For coaches and teams, this means preparation is no longer just tactical, it is also mental. Players must learn to control emotions, handle crowd dynamics, and remain focused despite distractions. This is part of the evolution of the league into a larger, more professional sports ecosystem. The long-term implications of this shift are overwhelmingly positive for the WNBA. What we are witnessing is the transition from a niche league to a mainstream sports property. Increased attention, passionate fan engagement, and strong emotional reactions all indicate that the sport is reaching a broader audience. Clark has accelerated this process, but the benefits extend to the entire league. Rivalries gain meaning, personalities become more visible, and every game carries greater stakes. For the WNBA, the challenge now is managing this growth responsibly. The league must balance physical competition with player safety, maintain professional standards, and ensure that narratives remain focused on basketball rather than controversy. Transparency in officiating, communication with players, and consistent enforcement of rules will be essential. At the same time, players are gaining more control over their image and career paths. Social media allows them to respond directly to fans and shape their own narratives. This can strengthen trust between athletes and audiences while also reducing misinformation. Ultimately, this era is about maturity. As attention increases, the league will continue to evolve in professionalism, structure, and global reach. If managed correctly, the current tension between tradition and transformation could define the next decade of women's basketball.